Hi Patience class, happy Friday. This is your new homework video. So it's due back in a week and a half. So not next Wednesday, but the one after that. Okay, so for English, next week we're going to be writing our own visual poetry. And what that basically means is a poem that's in a shape. Another word for it is a shape poem. What I want you to do is research visual poetry, research shape poems, and I want you to find one that you really like. Now, obviously, please make sure that this is okay and confirmed by parents, but you can research it using Google, using the internet. Maybe you've got poetry books around, or maybe you've got a library close to you that you can go and visit. Just go and have a look, see what different poems there are out there that are in a shape, that are visual, and look at the meaning behind the words and think about the structure of them and what the poet has put into them. What I want you to do is to perform that for me, okay? So I want you to think about how you are saying those words. Are you controlling your voice well? Do you need to speak loudly at some parts and more quietly at others? Are there certain words that you're thinking that you need to stress, so make louder, for example? Or perhaps you want to take pauses at certain places to really make sure it is as effective as possible. Film that to me and then obviously send it over so that I get to see you performing your poems as well as possible. Now for maths this week we are currently working on fractions and I'm going to ask you to do this problem for me. So I'm just going to stop my screen share 2 seconds and then start it up on this. Okay, so when you click the link you will find that you'll get followed through to this. This is off a page called Enrich. Now here you have got a square, and in this square you have got lots of different shapes. You have got some triangles and so on. What I'm asking you to do here is to use the line to figure out how you can divide each triangle into halves, thirds, sixths and ninths. Okay, so just have an explore of it. Over in here you can see that if you click on it you actually get a sheet. So if you're wanting to print it off and to cut and have a go around that way, then you can. But if you'd rather have a go at drawing it out in your homework book and exploring it that way, that is absolutely fine. So you're just exploring how you can turn these shapes into all those different types of fractions. I'll stop this again so we can go back into my PowerPoint. Perfect. Whoops. There we go. Okay, now in topic we're also going to be learning about the ancient Greeks. We've already learned about ancient Egypt, so we're moving all the way on to Greece now. I want you to go off and again do a little bit of research and think about people, okay? So some of the key people who have come out of ancient Greece. Now, be really careful here. I'm not talking about Greece, modern day Greece. This is ancient Greece, okay? So thousands and thousands of years ago. I want you to pick just one important person and to write a little biography about them. So biography is something that explains who the person is and what they did. Okay, so make sure your biography contains lots of pictures and lots of facts and also explains to me who they are and why you think they were so important. You can write out your biography, you can type out your biography, you could even film your biography if you wanted to. The possibilities are endless, but it's completely up to you. The final thing that I'm going to ask you to do as well in your homework is this. I'm just going to screen share. Now, Mrs. Fellows sent me this through as a whole school, and I thought it would be pretty cool to have a go at it in our homework. This is all to do with something called the Commonwealth Games, okay? And it's coming to Birmingham this year. Now, if you don't know what the Commonwealth Games is, it's a pretty big thing. It's kind of similar to the Olympics, in which lots of people go along and they compete in lots of different sports. This is actually a competition and it's running and it's going to give away 50 pairs of tickets to the various events at this year's Commonwealth Games. If you want to win one of those tickets, you have to get involved this way. So I'm just going to zoom in so that we can see. Your pupils may have already helped us. In our competition, we're asking them to keep thinking about forests. So this is all to do with nature and recycling. What you're being asked to do is to find something recyclable around the house or even the school. So for example, it could be plastic bottles, it could be a crisp packet, anything that will belong in your recycling bin. And they're asking you to upcycle it into something that you might find in a forest. Now, we've had forest sessions before, so we know what the forest is like outside of school. You may have even gone into forests near your home as well, so you kind of know what to expect. They've given us some sheets as some examples, and I'm going to pop these over on my school app too. But they've got something here called a water bottle flower. So you can take a water bottle and you can cut it apart, you can paint it, you can hot glue on it so that it becomes a flower. They've also got here a bee in a water bottle. So again, it's all about changing what an object is that would normally get thrown away into something that can be beautiful and would be found in a forest. And then they've also got this, which is called an owl. Okay, so they've taken a milk bottle and they've taken some plastic wallets and they're changing it. Okay, so they're changing every little bit of pieces of it so it eventually looks like an owl. I'm going to pop all those up on my school app so you can have those too, but just a little something extra that if you want to get involved in, you can. Now that competition ends on the 11th of July and I can submit all of our applications for it if you want to, so just make sure that if you want to get involved, you're taking lots of pictures of it and you're sending them across to me too so that I can submit it on your behalf. But that is everything for our homework for this week. I hope it all makes sense. If not, just come and talk to me in school and we'll sort it out that way. Have a lovely weekend and I'll see you later. Bye.